So once you walk inside your Rockwood Mini Lite, the first thing you're going to notice to the left is you have two drawers, and underneath that's your breaker panel and fuse panel. To open it, you just push in on the top, and it'll open up. And then the breakers are just like your standard home breakers. Then you have fuses over here like automotive fuses. Once you have a fuse blow, you'll see a little red LED light come on in this area. That's just indicating that, hey, you have an issue, you need to get it checked out. Right above that is your radio. So you have a 3-zone radio. Zone 1 is going to be your inside speakers in where your dinette is. Zone 2 is going to be the speakers above your Murphy bed. And Zone 3 is your outside speakers. Now if you wanted to, you can listen to your TV audio inside with Zone 1 and 2 by going to TV Audio 2. Let's say, I want to listen to radio outside. You hold the Z3 button until it says Z3 right here. And then you can control that one separately. So now you can listen to radio outside and listen to your TV inside. When you want to shut that function off, you just push and hold the Z3 button and it shuts it off. Now your radio is also Bluetooth compatible, HDMI, USB auxiliary inputs. That's really all there is to your radio. Now beside that is our control board. So first thing, you have 4 switches here, your light switches. The first one's just an interior light switch. Then you have your porch, awning, and step light. Above those switches, you have 4 little black buttons here. First one's a battery gauge. Then you have your freshwater, black, and gray. To the right is your Wi-Fi Ranger switch. So when you turn that on, what it does is it activates the Wi-Fi Ranger that is on the roof, and it boosts whatever campground Wi-Fi you have. Just keep that in mind, it does not produce its own. Then you have your water pump switch, your gas water heater, electric water heater, and your tank heating pads. The only time you really need to turn on your tank heating pads is when you're approaching freezing temperatures. Underneath those two are your slide switches. So up brings your slide out in, down puts it out. And then up retracts your awning, and down extends it. If you look on this white sticker here, you can download the LCI app on your phone and can control everything that's on this board with your phone. On top of the counter, to the left, you have your hideable outlets and USB ports. So all you're going to do, push in on the red button and it's going to fall down, and just push the handle down. To get it back up, push it in, and just lift it up. As far as your TV and everything goes, it is a pull-out TV, so you'll grab a hold of it, and it pulls right out. And then if you look on that side over there, you'll see a little green light. That little green light is indicating that you're using the roof antenna. If you hit that little black button, the green light would go off. And then you're using the cable connection that's in the rear of the trailer. The connection above that is just for satellite connections. Moving further into the kitchen, now your sink, it's a double basin sink with a single faucet. Microwave is just like your standard household microwave, works just the same. And then your range vent, you have 2 switches. The first one's a light switch. The second one is what turns on the fan. Now your range top, it's a bifold range top, so the top will flip back, and then the second piece flips back. To light your range top, all you're going to do is you turn this to high, and just hit your sparker. To light your oven, you have to turn this to the fire picture, push it in and hold it, and turn your sparker to light your oven. Once it lights, you have to hold this for a few seconds, and then you can release it. You do have a light switch here. Up is just your knob lights, and down turns on the oven light. On the wall above your range is your thermostat. So to turn your heat on, you'll slide the left switch all the way to the right. To turn your AC on, you'll slide it all the way to the left. You don't need to mess with the fan switch. It's going to stay right there. Going into the bathroom, single sink, hot and cold knobs with your GFCI protected outlet up below it. The medicine cabinet just opens, there's shelves in there. Now in the shower, you have what's called a shower miser. So when that silver handle lever is down, water will flow through the shower head. When you flip that handle up, it recirculates water back to your fresh water tank. The only time you're really going to use that is while you're dry camping. Once you recirculate the water, when your water gets hot, that blue line will turn gray. The fan has a black knob that you'll pull down and turn to raise and lower. And then you have 2 buttons to turn the fan on, 1 through 4, and off. And then your toilet is just a standard foot flush Dometic toilet. Halfway down for added water, all the way down to flush. Now your range, your refrigerator. You have 2 buttons at the top. The first one is just an on and off button. The second button is what switches it between auto and gas. When your auto light's on and you're plugged into electric, your refrigerator is going to be running on electric. As soon as you unplug it, it is going to try and switch over to gas. Say you're somewhere where you only want to run gas even if you have a connection. Say they charge outrageously for electric. Then you'll hit the gas electric button up here, and the auto light will shut off, and then you're going to be running on strictly gas. If you look inside the refrigerator at the top right, you'll see a white slider. That is your temperature controls. So up is colder, down is warmer. Inside your refrigerator, you'll see these gray clips. What they do is they just clip on your handle just like this, and they hold your refrigerator open while you're storing it. Now you have those for the refrigerator and freezer. Just keep in mind when you travel, you want to take them out so that your refrigerator closes all the way and latches. If you look underneath your refrigerator on the left side is where your carbon monoxide detector is. That's also your LP detector. Now for your dinette, you do have storage underneath your dinette seats. You just lift your cushions up, and the board comes up as well, but we have to take these out anyhow. Now while we're looking at the dinette, let's go ahead and look in the drawer here. So in the drawer you have your water filter wrench, an outside bracket for your TV, your tire pressure monitoring system, as well as your toilet paper holder, towel bar, and a Forest River spatula. You also have a coax cable for an outside TV. One thing I did forget to say is if we open up the lower cabinets, this is where your water heater bypass valve is going to be on the left, and your water pump and water filter housing is on the right. Now to put your table down in the travel position, you're going to slide the yellow lever over until it clicks. And then you're going to pull the table towards you. And it's going to lower it down. And set on those locks. Then you can just set your cushions down. And that's how you're going to travel. Continuing towards the front, you have a nice big storage cabinet. Now the shelves do come out of here. They just lift up so you can take it out if you want to hang clothes in here. And in the very front we have our Murphy bed. So to operate the Murphy bed, first thing you have to do is lay the couch down into the flat position. So you'll grab a hold of the strap and lift it up. Next we have two locks we have to disengage, one on the left and one on the right. Once you do that, just pull the bed down. Make sure not to get your fingers in here. Once it's all the way down, it'll lock into place. The shade in the rear just lifts up. Now to put the bed back up, you have to pull the release lever while you lift it. And you push it all the way back up and engage your locks on both sides. Once you do that, you can put your couch back up, grab a hold of the strap again, you lift it, and kind of push into it. And that's what puts your couch back up. Now on your sofa, the center does fold down into cup holders. And on each side you have the lever to release the footrest. On each side you have a cabinet and then a drawer. The light switch there are for the lights above your bed. And then you have the charging station with just a 12-volt cigarette outlet and two USB connections. And that concludes your tour of your Rockwood manual light.